What's up, guys? We're back. So you probably just saw my 5 things I hate about the Kia Stinger video. So here's the 5 things I love about my Kia Stinger video. And again, this is number 5 is my least love and number 5 is my most love. So starting at number 5 is the looks. Yes, it is a Kia. It's not for everyone, and I don't know, a lot of people have problems with those. The hood vents, because they're not actually functional or real. So, and that's fine. But personally, I like this car. I like the way it looks a lot. Obviously, like, based on my channel, you know that I like supercars, but I actually really like sedans as well. And I don't know, I just think this car looks good. Ever since it came out a while ago, I always wanted one, and I always loved the way they look. They are long, but I don't know. I think especially in orange, the car is just very striking. I think the stock wheel design is pretty decent. I like the headlight design on all of them except for the original 2018 GT lines, the like 4 cylinders. They look very weird. I don't like those headlights. But I think the grille looks cool. I mean, overall, I don't know. I just think it's a pretty sleek looking car, especially for being a Kia. I think it looks good. So that's my number 5. Number 4, which you might think would be higher on the list, but it's not, is that it's affordable performance. And the reason why it's number 4 is because I would put affordable in quotes. This car is still almost $50,000 used. I mean, that's not really affordable for a lot of people, but obviously it's not $200,000. So it's not like you're buying a Ferrari or something like that, and you still get almost 400 horsepower stock for 50 grand. That's pretty good, but again, it's not, I wouldn't say that that's affordable for everybody, so I put that in quotes. But to the point, yes, you get 365 horsepower if you get the V6 version, which this is a V6 version, for just under 50 grand. And it's all-wheel drive, it's reliable, you can use it every single day, while also having a pretty punchy engine and a good all-wheel drive system. And you have so much torque on the low end of the car that you can really take off. I mean, it's actually kind of surprising that this car is still stock. Well, I have the intakes, but you know, whatever. And but like sometimes I'm just going and I decide to give it some beans, and the all-wheel drive just like, I take off like crazy. I mean, it's surprisingly quick, especially for how heavy the car is. I mean, it's really not that slow. For an everyday cheap car, it's pretty quick. So yeah, number 5 is the looks. Number 4 is the quote-unquote affordable performance. Number 3 on the list is that it is cheap to maintain and fix. I did make some notes about the Kia dealerships and the warranty in my other video, but Kia's warranty is very good. So if you don't modify the car and if you do buy it new, pretty much everything is going to be taken care of. And obviously, just like every other car, if you don't abuse it, you'll be fine. But relatively speaking, like, it is still cheap to fix and maintain. I mean, an oil change on this car is just going to be a regular car price with synthetic oil. I mean, it's not going to be anything different. The oil filters are not some crazy, you know, like the parts are not insanely hard to find or insanely expensive and stuff like that. And you're also not going to get an upcharge for it being Italian or German or something. It's, you know, no mechanic is going to look at it and be like, oh yeah, well, you know, you can afford that, so you can afford the service. So they're relatively cheap to maintain and fix. And to go with that, they are also very reliable. Again, it depends on how you treat the car, but if you treat it right, I mean, I've had this car since February. I've had it for almost 7 months now, and I mean, I haven't had a single problem. I changed the oil because I just wanted to, because I didn't know the last time it was changed after I bought it. But I literally have not had a single issue with this car in 7 months. And I don't drive it very hard, but I do drive it decently hard. And I drove it across the country to bring it home. And I mean, it's just, like I said, it's been bulletproof so far. So yeah, it's pretty reliable, and when you do need to fix it, it's really not that hard to fix. Number 2 is the tech and the comfortability. So going along with how reliable it is, this car is very, very nice in terms of tech. So the GTS kind of falls within the, it falls in between the GT and the GT2. So the GT2 has a couple features that this car doesn't. One of them being cooled seats. Cooled seats are not available on this car, and I do find that disappointing. My Optima had cooled seats. Granted, it was the highest trim you could get, and technically the GT2 is the highest trim Stinger you can get. But still, it's a Stinger, and I feel like that should be an option on any Stinger. I mean, they put it in an Optima, so you can put it in a Stinger. But no, other than that, that's my only gripe with the lack of tech. But no, this thing has I think it's Harman Kardon. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's a Harman Kardon sound system, and the sound system in this car is nothing short of amazing. It is so good. It's easily the best sound system I've ever had in a car. It is so well balanced. There's speakers all around the entire car. Yeah, it's the sound system is amazing. It really, really is. I'm not gonna play anything because I'm gonna get copyrighted and stuff. But yeah, the sound system in this car is just fantastic. I'll turn the car on. So you do have this screen right here, and this is where your navigation and all that stuff. As you can see, it also has Sirius. It has satellite navigation, it has Bluetooth connectivity. I mean, it has like all your standard modern car stuff, so that's not what's like crazy about it. But it has heated seats, it's got multiple drive modes, it has engine start stop, it does have wireless phone charging, which I love. The infotainment, like the menus in here, are all very helpful and very easy to use. So that is something I will say, is the car is not hard to figure out. The tech is very straightforward and simple. But it has a lot of tech. I mean, you know, it's not that Kias don't have tech, but like this car has a lot of tech. It has remote start and stop. I mean, it has everything you need. The one thing I wish it did have was cooled seats. That's going from my Optima, which had both heated and cooled, to this is kind of disappointing. But whatever. It does also have a heated steering wheel, which this is Alcantara, so like I don't know if I'll actually ever use my heated steering wheel, but we'll see. And to the point of the GTS, all of this is Alcantara and suede, and it's very, very nice. And having that in a Kia is kind of cool. I mean, that's very that's very much like supercar territory stuff. And I just like the layout of everything. It just looks good. But yeah, I mean, the car has all the tech that you'll ever need, and it's very functional. So that's the main thing, is that it has everything you need. It doesn't have anything you don't. It doesn't have something that you do need, especially living in Texas with the ventilated seats, but whatever. But the sound system earns this thing bonus points. The sound system is just awesome in this car. It is so good. So yeah, that's my next one. That's number 2, and then number 1 is the fact that this car, while it's already a performance car, because it's a performance sedan, but regardless of that, the car is very, very easy to mod. It's, yeah, it's a very easy car. And a lot of the stuff you can actually install yourself. So like we did the air intakes ourselves, and if you wanted to, you could do the brakes yourselves, which I'm not gonna do that because it's a pain in the ass, but whatever. But anyways, there's ECU tunes, piggyback tunes, exhaust, downpipes, I mean, whatever. You know, just a typical tuner car stuff. The parts exist for this car as well. And compared to other cars, they're relatively affordable. I mean, I think all in all the mods that I want to do, parts and installation, the total cost is going to be less than $5,000 to put everything in, buy all the parts, pay for shipping, whatever. And I'm talking like adding wheels, adding tires, all of that stuff. The tune, the wheels, the performance parts, like engine parts, air intakes, whatever, everything with installation and buying, you know, just the parts is going to be under $5,000. And that's pretty good for a performance car. I've only done the air intakes right now, but there's a pretty major performance mod coming soon. So look out for that. And I will, as soon as it's done, I'll make a video of my initial reaction to what I'm gonna do to it. I've been told that it's like a night and day difference. And like I said, I already think this car is pretty decently fast for being what it is, and because it's all-wheel drive and whatever. Like, it surprises me sometimes at how quick it is. So if it's a night and day difference, I think I'm gonna be like borderline scared of how fast this car might be. I haven't experienced a Stinger with the mod that I'm about to do in it, but I've been told that it's like, yeah, it's a crazy, it just completely changes the car. So, yeah, looking forward to doing that. And but yeah, so number one is the fact that this car is so easily moddable, and even just the most simple small mods get you a lot. I mean, I did the intakes for this car, and like it's, the sound that it makes is so different compared to when I bought it, like compared to just stock. It's crazy how different it is. It's really, yeah, it's so I haven't even added an exhaust or any wheels. I have plans for all of this, and like I said, I'll make a video of every single like upgrade and mod that I do. Next is gonna be, I need to get this thing clear brought and ceramic coated and stuff, so that's gonna be coming next. I'm not gonna make a video on that because it's not a mod and it doesn't change any look of the car or anything, but that is coming next. And then I do have a performance upgrade, a very significant, probably the most significant performance upgrade mod coming very, very soon. And when I say very soon, I mean like within the next couple weeks. So I will film my initial reaction to that, and I think it's gonna be kind of funny. I'll try to have either Paige or someone in the car with me so they can just hold the camera and I can just like full out drive. But yeah, until then, this was my 5 things that I love about the Kia Stinger video. So again, like the last video, let me know your thoughts. If you are a fellow Stinger owner, comment on, you know, what you think. If you think I left anything out, let me know, and let me know, you know, your experience with the car. Honestly, I love hearing stories from other Stinger owners about, you know, their story of their car and how, you know, what they feel about it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, big things coming though. So this next mod is gonna be pretty substantial. The air intakes are cool. They only add like, you know, 10 horsepower or something. But anyways, until then, that's it. Here's the latest updates for the Stinger, and yeah, I don't know. Thanks for watching. Bye.